Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Cafe Bustelo.
Hola.
Gracias.
How we doing?
De nada. If this is the first time you're ever seeing, hearing, or listening to us, we are not sponsored by Cafe Bustelo, but if this $6 coffee would like to, hit me up in the slide in my DMs. If it's the first time you're ever seeing, hearing, or listening to us, this is the Two Player Co-op Podcast, where just about every week two brothers get together to tell you everything you need to know about in the world of video games. If you like that, make sure you like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends, family, and everyone in betwixt. If you really like us, you can go to patreon.com/2playercoop, where for just $1, you become a booster, where you get the podcast live on YouTube 1 day early. $3 makes you a sponsor, where you get a bonus episode every month, which we will be recording right after this. $5 makes you a producer, where you can watch us record the podcast live on YouTube, like some of our friends are right now. $10 makes you an affiliate, where you get access to the monthly Q&A episode. And that was all. Now, don't say best friends, but you are our best friends. But I'm not going to call you best friends and be like, pay me money, pay for my studio and our LED wall. This is all a green screen. You guys didn't realize that. We bought a LED wall. The hell was I saying?
Was it a green screen?
The Q&A episode was my favorite Q&A episode yet. Because there were so many, and they were very wide-ranging topics. Good job, guys.
Thought-provoking.
$20 makes you a partner, where you can choose the bonus episode topic and record with us if you so choose. Some of our patrons deserve a shout-out, just like our affiliates. James Solar, make sure you check out James Games and More on YouTube. Sarah Solar, John Tingley, Derek Bamford, and Mom. Don't do it. Give it up. Okay.
We can move on.
As well as our producers, Steve Appleton, Aunt Sue, Dustin Downs, and Chris Peralta. Also, make sure you check out PS Rewind on the YouTubes. If you like cool t-shirts and the like, you can go. That was weird. You can go. I had the pony. Yes. teespring.com/stores/2player-co-op. Sean, how you doing today? We got a meaty episode here.
It's the way I like it. I got a bone to pick.
With me?
With chicken
With
thighs.
you people? Oh.
No.
We're still talking about chicken thighs.
No, just a regular bone. Okay. Couple things.
We should film us doing a Festivus Wrestle Fest. I just thought of it because I said you people. And
I think we've talked about this. I got a lot of problems with you people. Gas.
For cars?
For cars.
Okay.
Either A...
It's all BS.
We need to universalize. I don't think that's the right word. I don't think that's a word.
Free gas for everybody.
Everybody's tank needs to be on the same side of the car. There's no need for every car to be on different sides. They should just, from now on, all new cars, it's got to be on the right.
Did you have a
left.
rental or something?
No, it's my car.
Okay.
Which leads into my second point.
Are you on the left or the right? Mine's on the left.
Mine's on the
Jess's
passenger
is on the
side.
left. Okay.
The issue, when I go to, say, Kroger to get gas, 9 times out of 10 when I go in there, they're facing this way, and this way. Like all the pumps that I would go to that actually have it on the side that I need it on,
you're going to force somebody to back up.
People are facing the wrong way. They're facing me. So Either I need to get behind them but back up, and then as they pull forward, I just keep backing my way. And that's stupid. So either A, we all need to put them on the same side, or B, everything needs to be like Costco, where it's just one way. You don't let people go both ways to a pump.
Well,
that way, if it's on this side, you're only going to use these pumps, and if it's on the other side, you're only going to use these pumps. I
have found, and I don't know if it's every gas station, but I think it was one time I had a rental or something, and I thought it was on this side. I pulled up and I was like, crap. But then I saw somebody next to me.
Costco has the thing where you can reach.
Are they the only ones?
I don't know if they're the only ones.
Because I never tried it because I don't want to look stupid.
No, people do, and that's what it's meant for.
Okay.
Costco has it.
Yeah. No,
Kroger does not, and I think most do not.
Okay. I didn't know if you were aware of that life hack.
I am aware, but I also still never. I always just try to go to the one where it's on the right side. But if there's a much shorter line and it's on the wrong side, but it's got one of the elastomatic ones, then I'll go there.
But based on what you said, don't you think that the almost standard is the driver's side? If everybody's turning around, what I'm saying is, like, if people, like, when I can just pull in and get in line, boom, there because it's
Oh,
on the
I
left
see what you're
side.
saying.
So if people are coming around like this, that means they're on the left side. Maybe you're on the wrong side. You know what I mean? Like, I do wonder.
Well, I also wonder, is it like a domestic versus German versus Japanese? Like, I wonder
they
if
use petrol.
Does all of Dodge, Ford, Chevy, do all those all have them on the same side? I doubt it, but maybe. Or like, does all Dodge at least have it on the same side? Or within Dodge are some on this side, some on that side? There's no reason they can't all be on the same side.
The position, this comes from Reader's Digest, the position of a car's fuel door, if you can actually remember where it is, remains one of the greatest unsolved motoring mysteries. According to Ford spokesman Mark Shermer, as reported on the Allstate blog, engineers are free to place fuel doors on the side of the car that offers the easiest packaging. And while one on each side would be rather convenient, we're not likely to see dual fuel doors anytime soon. There's neither the room nor the demand for them. Quote, the placement of the fuel door is mainly a factor of fuel tank design, location, and underbody packaging. Nissan Steve Yeager told the Allstate blog. I wonder if he's related to Chuck. With all of the structure and components located underneath the vehicle, engineers would quickly encounter restrictions in trying to route the filler tube to the same side on every vehicle. Shermer says Americans prefer fuel doors on the left side of their cars probably because it makes it easier for them to place their car's left fender close to the fuel pump. That's true. You don't have to worry about running.
I do think it would. I think if we could, what's the word? Standardize. If we could standardize it, yeah, I think driver's side makes more sense. But
James thinks Ford is on the left. I think it is too.
Mine is on the passenger side.
For this reason, it's possible that drivers in the UK, Australia, New Zealand, India, and other countries who drive on the left side of the road favor a right-hand side fuel door. But there's nothing to confirm that driver preference is a factor. I think I've spent enough time on that now.
I think so too. I don't even care which side,
just
but it needs
one,
to be standardized.
So
or all gas stations need to just have a one-way thing, so you don't have people going both ways at the pump. Like
nobody's going to pay attention to it. The only reason it works at Costco is because you got somebody standing out there, don't you? You kind of got like a. They like I
mean, those guys don't do it,
but they've got it like sectioned off, like it's.
Yeah, you can't really get to the front.
Exactly.
They've got the little like barricades, which you could drive around if you really wanted to, but like there's always lines. So
see, John agrees with you, maybe based on the origin of the car.
That's what I'm thinking. And I do agree. My car's probably wrong. I would rather just be on the driver's side.
But my last one was a Toyota, and that was on the left, but those are manufactured here, even though it's a Japanese company. I don't know that they all are, but I know we have a couple of plants here. I think there's one close to here, and there's one in Cincinnati too.
There's a Nissan down in
that's what I was
Mississippi. And what's the big thing going in here? Ford? I mean, not here. Not far from here. That's like a big Ford plant, I think.
I can't remember, but that sounds right.
Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to bring that up. Oh, no, another thing.
Okay.
The other day, I was making a coffee.
I was pumping gas.
I was making a coffee, and I had a stroke of genius, or so I thought. It wasn't. Oh. I was getting my coffee canister out. I was getting my brown sugar out. And then behind the brown sugar, I saw marshmallows. And I thought, what if I make
chocolate?
Yeah, what if I make a latte, I guess is what I make. But I don't even use sugar. I just use marshmallows because when I make hot chocolate, the marshmallows just kind of melt eventually and it just gets all creamy and good.
Unless you're like Casey and you put the jumbo ones in there and then they just sit there forever.
That was my problem. I had the jumbo ones and they just never melted.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, jumbo. I should have had the smaller ones. But I wonder if that would be good. They're basically just sugar anyway. So what if I just used marshmallows that would actually melt instead of sugar in water?
Are marshmallows just sugar? How do they...
It's basically sugar. It's like sugar and probably like gelatin.
To make it take shape.
Preservatives. But it's basically just
all right, we have
sugar.
updates here. John Tigley has a Grand Cherokee made and designed in North America, and it's on the left-hand side. Okay.
See, I had a Cherokee.
My wife has a Jeep
remember...
Renegade designed in Europe, and it's on the right-hand side. Oh. Now, right-hand, I assume you mean passenger, because you could be looking at your car, you could be in your car. James, wait, no, my Ford Focus is on the right. Sarah's Jeep is on the left.
So there's no standardization.
It's all over the place. It's all pipes. It's where the pipes go.
Yeah, but sometimes the pipes can't go to the other side.
Anything more on your coffee marshmallow issues?
No, but you know what the best marshmallows in the world are?
Are you going to say the ones with the chocolate on the inside? Yeah. I didn't know they were a thing either until one time we were doing s'mores here.
Oh, I do
Amanda
remember
brought
that.
them
But
over.
there's
Were
it's
you
like
here for that?
Yeah, it's like one chocolate chips.
It's
worth.
not even like a
much.
Hershey Kiss. Yeah.
The best marshmallows in the world are the little teeny tiny ones that are in like the Swiss Miss packets. They're like
You put them in
they're
there.
kind of like gritty, almost like they have like some. I mean, if you leave them in there long enough, they just melt and dissolve. But
I was
like,
gonna say,
if you eat them at the right time, there's like a little bit of like they soften up, but they're still kind of like you can taste like the sugar granules. Hey, Clarice, so good.
I don't know why I said Clarice.
Hey, Clarice.
Hot take, I don't really like marshmallows. I don't like them in
Really?
my hot chocolate.
I don't like
care
Peeps.
for s'mores.
I think Peeps
are
going back to the
disgusting.
candy thing. Peeps are disgusting.
Yes.
I thought I would like them because I love marshmallows.
But they're not just
I
marshmallows.
don't know what they're
so
doing.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know what they do to Peeps. They're not just marshmallows.
Yeah. But you know what really pisses me off is that dark green Tic Tacs went away. They were the original Tic Tac. In 2010, they brought out the spearmint mix. I looked this up the other day because I was just fiended for this. I want some dark green Tic Tacs, and they don't exist. When we were in Mexico on the cruise, I was like, maybe they have dark green Tic Tacs because they have Mexico Coke. Maybe they have Mexico Tic Tacs. No. In 2015, they brought out the spearmint mix, which is the wintergreens. You always like the fresh mints, which is what I like.
No, wintergreen is my favorite.
It is.
The teal color.
Didn't you get the white ones sometimes?
That's what.
Okay.
That was like my gateway Tic Tac.
Yeah. Okay.
But then I moved on to. Do you remember? We're never going to get to this podcast.
These pipes
Mom used to buy.
Anyone remember Cabin Boy?
Mom used to buy. Those,
Also,
like,
Shitter's Full. I got to watch that movie.
those 5 packs of Tic Tacs, 5 Tic Tac packs.
Now they only come in 4.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I
but
buy
I
them
would
a
get
lot.
them. I would open them all. I would have like a Ziploc bag full of like 1,000 Tic Tacs, and I would eat them 8 to 10 in my mouth at a time.
There's been days at work when I'm just bored, when I would still go to the office. I would almost always have Tic Tacs, but then I got self-conscious because they make so much noise, like that one episode of Seinfeld. Where I would go through a whole pack in like a morning. I'd be like, okay.
Maybe that's why I put them in the bag so they didn't shake.
Maybe. But the dark green, in 2015, they went away and they replaced it with a spearmint mix, which was dark green and wintergreen. You know what I would do?
Split them up into goods and
Yes.
plenties. Or
Yeah, goods and plenty.
yeah, goods and plenties. And then there's odd ones that are called cuties.
Cuties. Is that Robert? Yeah. Robert Barone. Everybody loved Raymond. But I would split them up, and I would make sure I wouldn't throw them out because I was like, I don't want to waste the winter greens, but I don't really like them as much as I like the dark greens. I would just be like, okay, now one at a time,
Savor those ones.
because they had like a little bit of a kick to them too. Do you remember the dark greens? They were so good.
I didn't used to like
They
them.
were like the original Tic Tac. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why they ever got rid of them.
I feel like white was original.
I don't know.
See, I think you feel about that the way I feel about Lifesavers when they changed the flavors of them. They were perfect, and then they screwed it up. Tic Tacos.
Whatever, it's close. I'll remember what we were talking about. Orange Tic Tacs are just candy, right? James hasn't had a Tic Tac in 20 years. Do the different colored Tic Tacs taste different? Yes, they do. Yes.
But anything other than mint shouldn't exist.
Again, we hate fruit candy, so I've never had a fruit Tic Tac.
The orange ones seem weird. The cinnamon ones seem weird.
I don't think
now they
make
have
the
like
cinnamon-
a fruit flavored.
They don't make
ones.
the cinnamon anymore. At one point, they made Coke ones. Yes. Nick had them, and somebody ate them all. He's like, what the hell? Where'd all my Coke Tic Tacs go? This was like 2 years ago. They might have been like Coke and peppermint or something.
I had a dream back when I was like, this is probably late 90s when I was eating all the Tic Tacs. I had a dream one time that there were Tic Tacs, and they were a darker, kind of like the teal, like the wintergreen, but darker, like a
chartreuse.
Maybe like the blue of that blue and yellow basket over there, kind of like that. Maybe that's the closest thing I can see to it. And they were Coke flavored.
And
I
they were
had
that color.
Yeah, I don't know why they were that color, but like I
These
remember
were white.
Oh, I mean that's just as weird as
it
that.
is. They're not brown. Yeah,
but it was so. I'm like, oh, Coke Tic Tacs, and now you're telling me they actually made those.
Yes, Nick had them, and he had one of the big pack, not the little skinny packs, but the ones that are like rounded on top. He had one of those.
That doesn't.
He loved them. I was like, I don't think.
I mean, I would try it.
I didn't even try it.
When I had that dream, I woke up and I was like, ugh,
I think
gross.
I think when I was gonna try it, they were already gone. I was like, that's probably for the best.
What if you made a taco but put Tic Tacs in
But
it?
two pot Tic Tacs.
And then it's a Tic Taco.
Shh! Don't give away Our marketing
I already gave
ideas.
away the tube witch.
Sean. The tube.
Gas issues. You probably put gas issues.
I got a lot of problem with you gas pumps. Sean,
Yeah.
what have you been playing this week?
I
Save the thing that we both played until you're ready. So if you played anything before that, do that first.
I got the platinum on Dragon Quest XI.
Oh yeah, I knew that already. They didn't know.
I also hurt myself when I beat it.
You sure
did one
it
of
wasn't
those
that arm where you've got the bad elbow?
No, this arm also hurt because I got my COVID booster and it hurt. It was like the barbed wire. It went like all the way around. But no, this is my right arm.
Damn it.
Like, "Ugh," when I beat him, and I hurt my shoulder.
Getting old is
cheering
awesome.
that I beat this final stupid mega boss.
I need
but
someone. Please God, we know we didn't make this up, but it doesn't exist anywhere.
goes all. I've only heard you say it, but
I
when you say
swear
it, it sounds familiar.
In my mind, there was some. It was kind of like the no regrets thing, but there was some movie
I always picture it being
or TV show or something.
Danny O'Dwyer, or not Danny O'Dwyer.
Downtown Julie Brown. What's the guy's name?
What's his name?
Eastbound and Down.
Yeah, what's his name?
Danny Trejo. No,
What is his name? Not Danny O'Dwyer. That's that idiot.
that's that racist jackass.
him.
But nobody cares because he's a liberal.
We'll get to the podcast eventually.
Anyways, I remember a movie or TV show.
Danny
or something.
McBride.
Danny McBride.
I picture Danny McBride saying
where there's somebody and he's like, somebody says something to the effect of like, cool barbed wire tattoo, and he's like, yeah, it goes all the way around, and he lifts his arm up and he shows it goes all the way around. I've not been able to find this on the internet anywhere, so this may be something that I just fever dreamed into my consciousness that I will never let go, but I think it's real. All right, so Dragon Quest XI Platinum.
Yeah, so I got the platinum.
So did you check how long it ended up, like what your total, does it, I can't remember, does it say playtime?
Yeah. The last time that I remember seeing was 67 hours. So it was probably around 70.
So what the hell is Colin talking about then? That's weird.
Yeah, I feel like that's an exaggeration. I mean, it wasn't
he might have just been saying it takes a long time, but it's not hard. He might have
Right,
just been saying
yeah.
that. It would be hard for me because I can't play turn-based games.
This is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Like, whenever Dragon Quest 12 comes out, assuming it's just a normal game and not some MMO,
Well, but it's
whatever,
a normal
like,
game, but remember they're changing it.
Oh, I
And
remember
people
you
are
saying,
excited and some people are not.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what that means, but all that they've said it's going to be more adult, like the whole Witcher is adult Zelda.
as long as it plays the same for the
Yeah.
most part, which maybe it won't, but this is like, I don't know where it would land, but like maybe a top 20 all-time game for me. Like, I
Wow.
was pleasantly surprised. This is awesome. It was just what I wanted. It's like an old school, just no frills, turn-based RPG. Fantastic game.
Good.
But I was glad to be done with it. That puts me at 68 platinums because I'm the way that I am. I really want to get to an even 70 platinums by the end of the year. So I looked online. I was like, easy platinums on PS Plus.
I thought
or
about doing
whatever.
that. Wait, you never got the 7 remake platinum, right? I think that was super difficult.
No, I started making my way through it, and then something came out. Whenever there was like the PS5 patch or whatever came out soon after that, pulled me away from it, and I never went back. Or maybe I don't remember when that was. Anyways, I found some game called, I don't even remember. I haven't gotten the platinum yet, but it looks like it should be. I could. It looks like it should be, or maybe was,
Mobile.
a mobile game. It's called Enigmatis, The Ghosts of Maple Creek. And it's kind of a Myst game, like point and click. And, ooh, you picked up a key. I bet you'll need that somewhere else kind of thing. But then in the middle of it, there's always these like random just piles of garbage. And then it zooms in on it. And it's just a bunch of like objects. And then it's like, find these 9. Like, find the stapler. And you're like looking for it. Oh, there it is. Find the coat hanger. There it
This is a video game?
Yeah. So I don't like those parts, but the rest of it seems kind of cool. It's like, it just seems like a mobile game. Like you're going around this town trying to solve this mystery.
Derek. It took him 10 years to find a song on the internet, so he feels my pain. Thank you. I wish someone, God, it goes all the way around. It's got to be real. I couldn't have made that up.
Coming back to that. Enigmatis. Close enough.
I didn't know what you said. As close as I could.
I think you just have one too many S's. But anyways, I'll probably get the platinum. That'll put me at 69. Nice.
Hey.
And then I'll find something else stupid to do. But I want to get to 70 by the end of the year. I think I started this year
at 13.
No, at 40. Or I think I ended last year at
40.
40. I got Guardians Platinum on like January 1st, I think, or January 2nd. And I think that was 41. So if I get to 70, it's an even 30 that I got this year. I think that's pretty good.
I'm on 84.
I'm catching up to you quick. I might pass you this year.
We flipped. Like I never got the Horizon one. I didn't get the Stray one. I just I don't want to do this.
You didn't get Kenna?
I haven't got Cowabunga yet. You didn't get Kenna either. That's bullcrap. I
got Horizon twice. I love that game so much.
Oh, that's right. You pulled that crap too. That's right. You played it on PS4 just so you could double the platinum.
Double the fun. What was I doing? 10 years.
Looking for something on the internet.
There was this time when I was probably like a teenager or so. I remember being out at like a store. And I'd heard the song multiple times, but there was a song that I would hear, and I'd sometimes hear it on the radio, or I would hear it playing in like a store or whatever, and it sounded like it was from a video game. Now, I now know what this song is.
Is it the Rihanna song?
No.
Because
this is pre-Rihanna. Okay. This is pre-Rihanna.
But do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the one that's not...
It sounds like Streets of Rage. It sounds like Yuzo Koshiro composed it, yeah.
But no, this sounds like an NES game. And I'm like, I remember asking Dad one time, like, what is this from? Is this from like a show or a game or something? And at the time, I didn't know what the song was. And he was like, I don't know. I don't think so. It's just the song. But it goes,
John has 17. Oh.
Like it sounds like
is that damn Chevy commercial?
No.
Fleetwood Mac everywhere?
It sounds like it would be from a video game. And they even do like old, like, synthesize, like it sounds like an NES game. And anyways, but there's no words that I knew of. There are words I later found out, but all I knew was that tune. I'm like, I don't know how to find out what the song was. Lo and behold, Aunt Sue, patron of the show,
well, also
and I sang it to her, and she's like, oh, it's blank. I don't want to see if anybody in the chat. Falling Star by Show Off. No,
that's the one he was looking for.
Oh, okay. I was like, I've never heard of either of those. Anyways, I finally found out what it was. Chat's behind anyway, so they've had enough time. It is Swingtown by Steve Miller Band.
I don't know what that is.
You've probably heard
I probably have.
But like once I finally found out what it was like such a like,
wow.
Like sigh of relief, like thank God, because I didn't know any of the words, and there aren't many. The words are basically "Come on and dance, come on and dance." I've gotta get down to Swingtown,
to France. I've only gotten 10 platinums this year. You're gonna get us another copyright strike. Last time you did this, it was a copyright strike.
Oops.
Oh yeah. I got it. Come
that
on
part.
and dance.
Like that just sounds like a video, and I would hear it playing like in a store.
It sounds like you just beat a boss. It sounds like Crusader Ascended. Like it could be exactly. In that. I only got 10 platinums this year.
Wow.
But God of War will be 11. By the time he's done with it, Nick might get me the Overwatch 2 platinum. Who knows? My stupid end of year thing is going to be so effed.
I can't wait to see mine. I still think Final Fantasy X is going to be number 1.
Yours is going to be accurate at least.
Oh no, and then Dark Souls 3, which I literally left on overnight a couple times trying to cheese like mine is going to be Final Fantasy X and Dark Souls 3. I bet I played, I don't know what I've played years past, hours wise. I feel like I doubled it this year.
Well, you probably doubled it just in the 8 weeks you were off of work.
Maybe.
Dude, but my best platinum, obviously, and you would say probably this is your best one this year too. Although you might say Dark Souls, Elden Ring.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, that's besides coming up, that's all I've played.
Okay. Let's talk about that Forspoken demo. I almost have the Godfall Platinum.
Wow.
Wow, you are dedicated. Got a Pinball Wizard guitar sound. I have heard it before. There you go. Derek's got it. Forspoken. We'll get to the Game Awards stuff here in a minute, but one of the things announced during there's a Forspoken demo coming out. Maybe a good idea, maybe not a good idea when the game's a little bit over a month away from release. We both downloaded it. I put about 45 minutes in. You put how many in? 10?
10 to 15.
What did you think?
I don't like it. And it may be the kind of thing that if I played the game from the beginning, maybe it would be better. But this, it's like you're somewhere in the middle of the game.
Correct.
And I'm like, I don't know. What are these different magics I have? Why do I have so many? What are they good for? When do I use one versus the other? And I just feel lost. I don't like it. It looks pretty bad, but I'm not really in a we're not too far away from launch, so that does worry me a little bit. Like, if we were further away from launch, I'd be like, they'll probably correct it. It doesn't look good. Everything just looks very just blah.
There's
and
nothing in it.
Washed out.
The enemies are all the same.
Yeah.
Like, you get 6 of the same bird attack you, and then 6 of the same enemy, and then 6 of this same enemy. And it's like, the attacks are on L2 and R2. L2 is kind of like a defensive move, but when I was doing it, it was like a charge attack. I'm like, how is that defensive? R2 is your main attack. You hold R1 to switch. You've got, like, you start in this with 3 different magic attacks. What did L1 do by itself?
I think it switched your L2 magic. R1 switches your R2 magic. Okay. L1 switches your L2 magic. I don't think I ever even did that.
And then you can hold L1 or R1 because you can switch between, like, magic and fire magic is the only way I could describe it. I know what you're saying. Like, at one time it popped up on the screen and was like, use the type of magic that enemies are vulnerable to. I'm like, well, how the hell am I supposed to know that? And then I noticed, but if I hit somebody, it'll say, like, resist. I'm like, okay, switch over here. And then it's like, what was the word? What did I just say before resist? That are susceptible, not whatever.
Weak?
I don't know. It wasn't that. But whatever, and it'll tell you, like, okay, you're doing the right. But all I would do is, like, I would take out my big fire sword, and I would just go.
Yeah, when I got to the fire sword, I'm like, well, that's all I'm going to use now.
And the camera's weird. It moves so crazy. And then it's like, I couldn't get the hang of the whole, like, you hold circle to do the parkour stuff. And then it's like, ooh.
But then you can also just click L3 and run. I'm like, well, when would I just run versus holding circle? There's basically 2 different
your stamina
run
goes down.
Oh, I see. I didn't even notice.
There's, like, these diamonds at the bottom.
Also, who's talking to me? Who's the male?
Cuff, the magic cuff.
Did they explain that?
No, it just says cuff. Brr.
Oh, see, I guess I didn't have the captions on.
Oh,
all of a sudden, I keep hearing this male voice. I'm like, who is talking to me right now?
It's like in Elden Ring.
It's
when
like
you walk
Mimir.
past that cliff. James has gotten 5 platinums. Like, there's one point. So there's 5 main quests they get you to do it first.
I got to like a house. I went into like a house.
Yeah.
And that's when I stopped. I'm like, I don't care. I'm done.
I went past that to go down. The map is horrible.
I don't even think I ever looked at a map.
It's like, it's so big. You had to go down to get to this thing over here to, like, get a new magic or something. I was like, okay, I've got, like, magic powers. Can I just, like, do my, like, roller skate thing and go pew? I'm like, okay, can't do that. So they're like, oh, it's, just do these 5. I'm like, I had to like do my parkour run thing.
So did you beat the demo or
no? Because I was like, I think I'm done now. I'm gonna go put the kids to bed.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna be drafting this in our Metacritic draft. This feels like a high 6s, low 70s is what I'm thinking.
I was like not very excited for this game, but I was intrigued and leaning towards getting it. I think I want nothing to do with this game now. So I'm kind of glad they put the demo out because now I know that I don't need to get it.
I don't even care if this is a 90 on Metacritic. I'm like, I don't care. Like, Final Fantasy Crisis Core is a 77. I don't care. I want to play that game so freaking bad. I don't care. But like, I also like that I don't like it because now January, the only thing I care about is Dead Space, but now after what just happened to Callisto with the reviews, but also
a lot of people are saying, I don't know what these reviews are about. This game's awesome.
Chris Raygun was saying that. Like, yeah, the dodge is weird because you don't use like circle to dodge. It's like somebody attacks you and you hit left to dodge, and then they're always going to attack again. So then you hit right to dodge. You go boom, boom. But it's like everybody's saying because of that, it sucks. And I guess it plays like crap on PC. And there's been all these conspiracy theories now that because Sony had 150 people working on the game to get it across the finish line, that's why it doesn't run well on PC or Xbox. Like Colin was saying on the podcast, the people at Sony working on it were not They were not gameplay programmers or anything like that. They were art. They were helping with the art and textures and stuff. Like, shut up. Xbots are so pissed off because of stuff we'll talk about later. But yeah, anyways. But that means now it frees up January for me, so I can take my time on Crysis. Although I do want to put a good bit of time in before we do Game of the Year, because I hope that'll make the top 10 list. I hope I really like it. I might do Callisto, especially if it goes on sale. And then I actually downloaded something because I was listening to I don't even remember what it was. Somebody was talking about Titanfall 2. Oh, it's when they were talking about Jedi. And somebody was saying how great, maybe it was that or maybe it was something else with Respawn, but they were saying what a freaking awesome game Titanfall 2 is. And I was like, I've heard this a lot. I looked up how long to beat. It's only 6 hours long. I've heard the campaign is awesome. It was Chris, because he was saying there's some part that he didn't want to spoil because, like...
Is it on PS Plus or anything?
It was a free game on PS Plus at some point.
So you
might
claimed it a while ago. Okay.
But he said there's a part in that is so freaking cool that he didn't want to spoil it, where there's a gameplay change that it's just mind-blowing and it's awesome. I'm like, I wanted to play this when it was on PS Plus when it came out. I never did, but I'm like, that might be a fun game to go back and try. But, yeah. James platinumed, Assassin's Creed Origins. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, The Last of Us Part 1. I thought about going back and getting that. God of War Ragnarok Control Ultimate Edition. Ragnarok I'm going to get. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a second. But yeah, Forspoken, so it's a pass. Yeah, it's a pass for us. I have been getting into... So Nick wanted to play Madden. Okay. And I was like, I've heard bad things about Madden 23, whatever. I know we've talked about this a little bit on the podcast before, but I was like, if you want to buy it, buy it. And like... the day we got back from the cruise, that Monday, PlayStation had a sale that was ending, and the PS5 version was on sale for like $35. And he's like, I could wait till Christmas, but I kind of want to play it, whatever. He's like, I'll just buy it, whatever. And now I feel bad because I've been playing it a lot. I'm just gonna pay him back his money because I feel bad. But it's fun. It's Madden. It's just more Madden. I got the Giants won the Super Bowl in my first season.
Yeah, I feel like if you like Madden, you'll probably never not like Madden.
I got Danny down because I played every game. I lost 2 games. I went 15-2, but I won my last 13. I was like 2-2 at one point. The Cowboys beat me. The Ravens beat me, I think, because maybe it wasn't the Ravens. I can't remember. But like I had run out of timeouts and I was down 24-21 or something. I was going down the field. I threw one pass too many because I was like at the 40-yard line. I'm like, Graham Gano is not going to kick a field goal that's 59 yards or 58, whatever it would have been. Threw one more pass, got down like inside the 20. But because of the amount of time that was left and I didn't have any timeouts, I didn't have enough. I was like, okay, come on. Okay, formation, field goal, go. And then it was like, as they're going up to the line, it's like 2, 1. And my kicker gets ready and then game over. I'm like, oh. But it's Madden. It's fun. Like, people always say Madden is bad, but it's just as fun every year. That's what I think. Like, I'm not playing it online against anybody.
Right.
There's no freaking way, but it's fun. But yeah, I got Danny Dimes. He was like a 72, even with the roster updates. I'm like, I don't think he's great, but he's better than that. So I bumped him up to like
the issue is I feel like we don't
80.
really know what he is.
Yeah, he is good.
We know he's not great when he has no good weapons and a pretty porous offensive line. I would like to see what
Mahomes would do on the Giants as they are right now. Obviously, he would do better.
Yeah, but
he's got no. I mean, even his receivers in Kansas City are light years ahead of what we have.
Yeah,
even without Tyreek, and he's got Kelsey for crying out loud.
Yeah.
But yeah, I won the Super Bowl. It was fun. I signed Odell because he was a free agent. I got him up to like a 90-something with progressions and stuff. Then I traded him for Justin Jefferson and like 2 first-round picks or something, and I got him to go for it. So I was like, okay, yeah, I won the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And I'm still playing it. I like it. And then more God of War for me. Do not have the platinum yet, as I was saying. People always say, yeah, I'm holding out for 2K. Good luck. I just can't wait for college football. Oh, my God, I cannot wait. 24. Oh, yeah, that's the week you weren't here. James was here. I hate that it's 2024, not 2023, because I really thought that's what it was going to. I thought it was going to be next summer because I think they announced it was coming back in 20.
It comes out in 24? Or
yeah, it comes out in 24. But they're not just taking Madden and putting college teams in it. They're building it from the ground up, they say. But I'm super
I don't believe that. I mean, football's football.
Yeah.
You got to change some rules and stuff, but like, I don't think they're building it from the ground
and college
up.
football and NFL are very similar now. nobody's running the wishbone anymore, with Nebraska and all that. But yeah, more God of War for me. Working on the platinum.
How many hours?
I think I'm at 35 now. I beat it at 26. I'm either at 35 or 36. I did notice that the game clock does stop when it's paused, so I really like that. So the game clock in this is completely accurate. That makes me happy. The more I play this game, even though I've already beaten it, and I loved beating it, and I loved the story and everything, I'm kind of glad that... First off, I'm glad I didn't get spoiled. I'm glad I only did 1 or 2 side quests, and then I just mainlined it because I was like, it's going to get spoiled. It's going to get spoiled. But I'm also kind of glad because now that I'm going back and, hunting for flowers and all that crap for the platinum, that's fine. But like the side quests that I'm doing now and the dialogue with you and your companion and Mimir and like new enemies I'm fighting and new bosses and stuff I'm like, this game just keeps getting better and better, even though I've already beaten it.
That was my main thing with 2018 is, and again, I think the fast travel in that was terrible, but I'm like, I liked the game, but something about going basically through the game again and trying to find everything, like, it didn't really appeal to me. As much as I like the game, I'm like, I have no desire, like, it just doesn't sound fun going back through and trying to traverse everywhere to get... This game, I was a little worried about that. I had way more fun doing all the post-game stuff than I thought I would. I thought it was going to just be kind of a chore, but I'm going to push through to get the platinum. But I enjoyed it a lot. There were some things that were a little not so great, but...
And I'm realizing just how friggin' big this game is. Like some of the areas, like I just went to, like I was telling you, Alfheim, I think it was. And there was a whole section of the map in the north I never even went to. I don't know.
Alfheim and Vanaheim, I think, are the main two where there's like...
Vanaheim was huge.
Entire new areas that you haven't been to.
Like the abandoned village in Vanaheim. The barons in Alfheim. And then I got that, that optional boss who kicked my ass. And that's when I stopped playing. But it's just so friggin' good. I love it. I just looked up the lightning bolt. I'll just say that, no spoilers.
Oh,
because they don't actually tell you in the game. It seems like I thought
it plays out like you'll finish like a side quest.
See,
then you hear them talk. Oh, so I wonder if that means. Oh, Mimir's like, oh, do you think it? Blah 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 blah. Oh, maybe. And then all of a sudden you do the next side quest. Ah, so that must mean that so and so blah blah blah. And like,
so maybe I did it and I just forgot it. But I looked it up and I was like, well, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
And he was drunk, which is awesome. Is what somebody. So does it say that in the story? That the person was drunk?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I was like, that's freaking awesome. That's hilarious. But it's God of War. It's freaking awesome. Any other year, it would easily be my game of the year. I'm not saying it's not. We'll see how this goes as I finish off the platinum and everything. But, man, it's such a freaking good game. Derek, can't wait for you to play it.
Syracuse men's soccer won.
They won the
national
championship?
Title, yeah.
That's the first championship we've ever been to. So we won it.
7-6 penalty shootout win.
Holy crap.
Sweet. Go Syracuse.
Well, that's would have been stressful. But yeah, that's all I've played. Skip Forspoken. Madden is fun. I don't care what people say. And God of War continues to be amazing. I want everybody to play it, and it is awesome. Sean, 38 minutes into the podcast. You want to get the news of the week?
Let's do it.
All right, Sean. The Game Awards happened. Geoff Keighley's baby. And what we're going to do first is going to run through what happened in the show. Then we'll talk about the winners. Then we'll talk about predictions. Then we'll talk about the other predictions. And then we'll make the Xbox mad when we talk about that at the end. Looking forward to it. Well, I will. I don't know if Sean will. The Game Awards had a pre-show where Sydney Goodman was wearing something that, oh God, I can't remember who said it in the Discord, but she looked like she was wearing pom-poms. And I was like, what the hell dress is that? Like, who thinks to wear that? I don't know. Pre-show. But I think this was the first thing there, and I'm not going to cover everything on the pre-show because not everything mattered to me, and that's how I like to do it. Dead Cells is getting Return to Castlevania DLC this first quarter of 2023. Now, they didn't show anything of the game, but it seems like Richter and Alucard are going to help you. I don't think you can play as them. And they said there's like 3 stages, and the stages in this are pretty big. I only played it for a little bit once I got my Xbox, which the kids
I've never played it.
it was really fun, but I was just like, I want to play Halo Infinite and I want to play Forza, and I never went back to it.
Yeah.
When this comes out, I want to say it was Derek. Okay, thank you, Derek. I just wish we saw gameplay. But then when I heard Bloody Tears kick on, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to play this. That might be on PS Plus.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It's on Game Pass.
No, it definitely is. I saw it.
Okay. It might be worth it. But yeah, I just want to see what the gameplay is. Vampire Survivors. Have you heard of this? This game is like all the rage.
I had not heard of it,
Did you
but
download
everybody
it?
seemed like that was a big deal.
Yeah.
So I downloaded it. It is pretty fun. It's a perfect, like, it seems like it was made for mobile. I don't know. Where was this before? Just Steam or something?
Yeah.
It's a good pooping game. Because
you don't like, I think they were saying you don't attack, you just like move around and
right.
you gain
Your
attacks.
guy continues to like attack. Like that's the whip. He just whip. And I don't know why they're taking damage. I haven't been able to, but then you just like move around. You just kind of drag them wherever, and as you kill enemies, you level up as you would think so, and then you can like either power up your whip. It gives you like 3 random choices, and sometimes it's to power up something you already have or like a new weapon. So if I want to get the axe, now he starts throwing axes. Eventually,
Oh,
and so
Castlevania axes.
yeah, it's very Castlevania. Yeah, it's pretty. I would say download it. It's a good, just kind of time wasting game.
I've heard people say, and I don't think ironically, that it's their game of the year, and I'm like,
I wouldn't go that far.
yeah,
but
it's like Stray getting nominated. For
it's
game
pretty
of the year.
fun.
I might have to check that out.
Yeah.
We got a new Valiant Hearts game coming out called Coming Home, and it's coming out soon, but only on mobile. Valiant Hearts, though, is a game that would work fine on mobile, so whatever. Returnal, finally, after many confirmations without being confirmationed, has been confirmed for PC. It is, quote, coming soon. It will come with the story mode, Tower of Sisyphus, and online co-op. I just want to see what the mods are going to be. You're going to have Thomas the Tank Engine running around shooting all these aliens. You're going to have like CJ from Grand Theft Auto like being the some of the creepy crawly guys that walk around like this. Did you see how they modded him into Stray?
No.
Yes. So the cat becomes CJ, and CJ's going. It's so weird. It's so unsettling.
So speaking of Returnal, as we were talking about in the Discord earlier, shout out to James Games and More on YouTube.
I wish I was as good as he is.
He's got some fantastic Returnal Let's Plays. I was just watching Biome 6 the other day, and it was James. I really enjoyed the death montage. I thought that was pretty good. But like, it made me miss the game. I'm like, I've platinumed it. I don't know why I would ever. I mean, I know why I would go back is to check out some of the new stuff. But like, I don't think I would ever play the campaign again.
James, is the arcade mode thing, the tower thing, is that co-op as well? It'll take a minute for the chat to
so
catch
much
up.
fun. Like, I did miss it watching him play it.
If the tower thing is co-op, that might be fun for a Let's Play.
I think that's where you do.
No, campaign. You can do campaign co-op because
you
James
can?
was saying he could carry me.
Okay.
Kevin, be better.
Don't be sorry.
Be better. Oh God, that game is so freaking
But
good.
yeah, Returnal. I may have to jump back in. James had me missing out on it.
I feel like this game was made to eventually get to PC.
Yeah.
Playing that thing with mouse and keyboard, like at 120 frames per second and all this crap, people are going to have a lot of fun with it. I think that could be a sleeper. I wouldn't be surprised if that, well, no, I don't want to say that. I was going to say it might sell more than Last of Us Part 1 does, which we'll get to here in a minute, but
No,
I don't know that it will.
But it'll be a hit.
I think it'll be big on PC. I'm not sure if you can do co-op in the tower. Let me search. Okay, thanks, James. Hellboy Web of Word was announced. It's a roguelike action-adventure game. I've never cared about Hellboy.
I do not. Yeah, I don't care.
We got another trailer for Horizon Call of the Mountain, which I looked away from because at this point I'm like, I got my PSVR pre-ordered. I'm going to play this. I don't need to see anymore. And it doesn't even matter if I see anymore because until I put that hat on and go, what the F? And I look up at a friggin' tall neck.
That's going to be
I don't need to see anymore.
Yeah.
I don't need to see anymore. God, give us Alex. Scars Above was announced, which looks exactly like Returnal.
I think this is one that, yeah, when I saw it, I'm like, okay, I am very interested in this.
But
there weren't
like,
many, but there was a few.
You cannot do it in the arcade. Well, good. I don't have to do a Let's Play then.
Oh, okay.
It's just like you tried to make Returnal.
Yeah.
You know, but it's also, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's like I loved, and you like too, love to, Immortals Phoenix Rising. They tried to make Breath of the Wild with Greek gods, so
Arguably better.
well, we don't need to get into that. But yeah, I think it is. Among Us is getting a hide and seek mode. Okay. We got a new trailer for Replaced. Of all the games announced for Xbox, I am way more hyped for this than Redfall, the new Forza, Starfield, Hellblade 2,
Okay, so
Avowed. This game looks so friggin' cool, and it's made by a Ukrainian team. They plan to have it out this year, but then, you know, they got attacked by Russia.
So I think this was when I was driving home. So I had it on my phone, but I wasn't really watching, but I was kind of listening. Tell me what this one is again.
To me, I don't know exactly the gameplay, but this is the one that has like some of the most beautiful pixel art I've ever seen. It's almost like, you know, the pixel art style for Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
Just the way it looks and moves and everything. It reminds me of that. But then the game, I think, is going to be like Flashback. I think it's like a cinematic platformer kind of game. I don't know for sure because all the gameplay we've seen, there's so many cuts and everything. But I'm just like, this game I am so hyped to play. And I will, whenever this comes out next year, I'm taking my Xbox back. I'm putting it downstairs and I'm playing this freaking game. I cannot wait to play this game. Look up the trailer. It looks amazing. But that also got me thinking, what happened to Flashback 2? Flashback 2 was supposed to be out winter 2022. Now, if they were going to say that winter 2022 actually means it goes until March of 23, maybe it's still coming out winter 22. Because winter 22, I know, because winter 2022
goes into 2023.
Is really just 10 days if you're going to say it's 22.
Right. Also, what does winter 2023 mean? Because there's more of winter at the beginning of the year.
Isn't that what they said for Remake Part 2? Winter 23? I think they did.
I don't remember.
I think they did. But I hope Flashback 2 comes out soon.
Yeah.
But also, I think this is going to end up being better than Flashback 2 is what I think.
Oh, this does look cool.
It looks so... Do you know what I mean about the Symphony? Like, obviously, it's not gothic and stuff, but there's something about the way the guy moves and looks...
Yeah.
That style reminds me of Symphony for some reason. And then they closed out the pre-show with a release date, which leaked early. Street Fighter 6 is coming out June 2nd, 2023. June is about to be freaking nuts.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6, June 2nd. They showed DJ as well as 3 new characters that I can't remember their names. DJ, I was like, that's DJ, right? But until they actually said DJ, I was like, I don't know. Because his hair is
I assumed
different.
it had to be, but...
I was also like, is that Xavier Woods? I don't know, because he had his hair. But he doesn't have the maximum pants anymore. So I'm sad about that. There's like a 2-on-2 mode, but I think they only showed it with your creative player. I am not into this whole creative player thing.
I think it could be cool.
I just want to play Street Fighter. I don't want to be my avatar doing Hadouken. Like, that's fun in wrestling games, but it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about that. And I'm not sold on the world mode. That's what I was saying. Where are you at on Street Fighter 6?
I really don't know. I kind of feel I might get it someday, like on sale. I'm not going to play it with Brittany. I'm certainly not going to play it with Kira. And so I'm like, I'm not good enough to play online. I don't know how much fun I'll have just playing it by myself.
You think that, but I was able to hold my own online somewhat on Street Fighter 5.
I assume you're getting it
on
day
Street
one.
Fighter 30th anniversary. Yes, we will be doing.
We will
Let's
obviously
plays.
be doing a Let's Play. I think that's when I'll decide.
We will do a tournament as well.
Yeah.
We should do that on like launch weekend or something. That'd be fun.
I'm down.
But yeah, I'm getting it day one. Any thoughts on the pre-show before we get to the main show?
It was just meh.
Thank God. I thought you were going to say mid. Every time my kids say mid, I'm like, please stop saying mid.
Mid.
Bubble, 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 booty. Were you telling them to check that out when I was going downstairs to get the coffee can? I thought that's what you were
Yeah, I told them to
me.
watch the table video.
Then we get to the main show. And we're not going to go through the awards here, but I did have to mention, we'll go through the awards later. Chris Judge's speech. My dude.
He's awesome.
I love him. And people were like, come on, man, get off the stage. I was like, no. He just won best performance.
Yeah, shut up.
Like he's been the man in 2 of the games. And I like Rick Hogue who does stuff with Colin, like legal stuff and everything. He talks about it and everything. And he's like, wow, this speech is really boring. Kind of like God of War Ragnarok. I'm like, I don't understand how anyone could think that.
Yeah, I don't get
whatever.
it. To each his own.
Take all the time you want. They started trying to play him off.
And he talked for another
And he just
like 5
kept going.
minutes.
I was like, you do you. At least nobody tried to sneak up and kill him. First announcement of the main show, Hades 2. I saw it and I was like, Supergiant Games.
I couldn't believe
Holy
it.
shit.
I'm like, oh, Hades DLC, cool.
Right.
And then I'm like,
Because when you see the art, you're like, oh,
I mean,
it's
it
Hades.
literally, and not that there's anything wrong with it. It just
It's
looks like
Hades,
Hades.
but
It's
now
just
you're a
more
girl.
Hades, but
You're a girl.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
And somebody said it's going to focus more on like witchcraft attacks and stuff like that. I just saw it and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Hades 2? Now it's only going into early access this year.
Right.
Which means you PC dorks can play it. Sean and I probably won't be able to. I don't know that PlayStation does anything early access, really, other than Dreams, which is really still early access. We'll talk about Dreams later, too. I'm so hyped for it, though. I don't care. Like, I didn't get the platinum like you did. I only cleared Hades once.
Yeah.
But, like, I had a blast in my 7-8 hours, whatever I played of that game. I was like, this is freaking amazing.
This is one where I hope they change as little as possible. Like, I know people got on God of War, oh, it's DLC. Shut up. I mean, I literally thought this was DLC. If you want to call it Hades 2, great. That means it's probably just a bigger game.
Also,
all I want is more Hades. So if it's exactly like the first one, you're just a girl instead of a guy, fine. I'm all in. I can't wait.
Also, why do people, if people are saying that about Hades, F them. The people that said about God of War, shut the hell up. You're probably also the same people that are excited for Hill Knight Salo Song.
Hill Knight Silo Song?
Salo. I got to write that down so I don't forget it. Oh my God, that was amazing. Hold on. Hill Knight Salo Song. You're probably the same people that are hyped for Hollow Knight Silk Song, which looks exactly like Hollow Knight. Like it could be DLC, but it's a sequel.
Yeah.
So shut the hell up. Hollow Knight's awesome. God of War's awesome. Hades is freaking awesome. Hill Knight Salo Song. That was a brain fart. Wow. Hades is harder than Returnal. No, it is not.
I don't know where I land on that.
But that also goes back to like I'm not as good at 3D games, especially shoot 'em ups like that. Yeah, the Rangers won a game. That was loud. Wow, it's still going. It's still happening. Oh, that was a scary ending.
Jerk chicken rice.
Next up, and we'll get to what we thought were the games of the show later, but we got a reveal for Judas. Oh,
this looks awesome.
My God, he made BioShock again. They might as well just call this BioShock again.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's BioShock 4, whatever. Like, it looks... yeah, I mean, it looks like BioShock. I can't wait for this.
This looks so amazing. You've got like the yellow thing on her hand, and like all the art and everything reminds me of BioShock. Like there's like, eat a cookie and whatever. I'm like, this is so friggin' weird. Is it gonna have a "Would you kindly" moment? I doubt that, because that is one of the best.
It'll have a moment,
history,
but nothing will ever top that.
But this kind of reminds me, and also thank God it's only coming to current gen and PC. Thank you. No PS4 or any of that crap. Been watching a lot of King of the Hill lately. Well, you can ask him about Hill. What did I call it?
Hill Knight Solo Song.
Hill Knight Salo Song. That is the best brain fart I've ever had. That is amazing that came out of my mouth.
I had a pretty good butt fart.
That kid didn't come out of your mouth. But yeah, this is Ken Levine's new game. What's interesting to me, what it made me think of was, it's like Callisto Protocol and Dead Space Remake. You've got,
or it's like
Judas and BioShock, whatever they're going to call it,
or
2K's making
Bloodstained
BioShock, or
Symphony.
Yeah,
I like this trend that has been happening, and I think it should continue.
Hopefully, it's not like what's his name that did Mega Man and then made Mighty
Number 9.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now. That was one of my biggest reveals. I cannot freaking wait for this. Next, Bayonetta Origins. Cereza and the Lost Demon was announced. It's out March 17th, 2023 on Switch. I couldn't figure out what kind of game this is. It's obviously not a Bayonetta game.
I don't care. I never got into Bayonetta.
It's like a top-down thing, and it's her when she's a little girl. I don't know. I didn't know her name was Cereza, but apparently it is. So I guess the Lost Demon is going to make her become the Bayonetta. Somebody referred to her as the Bayonetta, like the Batman. I'm like, do people say the Bayonetta? I don't know. Is her hair Bayonetta? Ow. I must have a pimple right there. It hit my head and it hurt. So I don't know. If you're excited, that's good. It's out March. Destiny 2 Lightfall got a new trailer. It's coming out February 28th. I still want to get into that. Might be a fun thing to actually try to just play through the campaign. Actually, I don't even know if I can still do that because I don't even know if the campaign's still in Destiny 2 or if you just have to do like the DLCs and stuff. I don't understand. Oh no. Derek says, I think my time with modern gaming is at an end. I was uninterested in everything they showed. Even this year, I was interested in 2 games. Oh, that makes me sad, Derek.
I mean, I'm interested in very little.
Yeah.
I rarely, at this point, I'm like both ends of the spectrum and nothing in between. I love a lot of indie games, and then I like the nice, super polished first party games. And other than like Callisto, a lot of that stuff that's in the middle, I usually am just like
Gotham Knights.
Even like
Callisto,
Forspoken. Yeah. Now I'm good.
Nope.
Final Fantasy 16. Okay, well, yeah. I want that, but like 90% of the stuff in the middle, I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Give me Horizons and
the 10
Gods of
releases.
War and Last of Us and all those kinds of games. Like, and give me like the indie darlings, and then the 90% in the middle, I'm kind of just like, I can do without.
That reminds me, I need to remind you of what games you actually played this year so you don't forget any on your top 10 list. Because it seems like every year you forget one. And you're like, oh yeah, that was this year. Well, it probably would have just been. So number 10 would have been 11, and that's what it is. Next up, we got a new trailer for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It's got a release date, May 26, 23. A week before Street Fighter 6, which comes out June 2 is what I was thinking. Batman's in the game, and it will be Kevin Conroy's last time in the role, which is so depressing. They didn't show gameplay. So either this takes place in the arc, and I don't know if somebody in the chat, let me know. Either this takes place, because they've been talking about this game for so long that I don't remember. Does this take place in the Arkham universe? Because if it does,
I assume.
Because if it does, that means Batman did just fake his death at the end of Arkham Knight. Also, the suit. Did you recognize that suit? Because I sure did, or at least something it made me think of.
No.
The Telltale Batman games.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
But obviously, Batman is a bad guy in this. Like the Justice League, they're all taken over by Brainiac or whomever. Yeah,
Whomsoever.
Homestar Runner. So I assume it'll have the same number of. Vampire Survivors has 142 achievements on Xbox.
Wow,
is that a bunch of DLC or something? It's got to be. I don't remember, and I also don't remember if we've seen gameplay of Kill the Justice League. Have we just seen CG? I feel like we saw a little bit of gameplay
because it was very
trailer.
Like gunplay heavy, and
I don't think this is going to be the game I've been waiting 8 years for after Arkham Knight.
No, I think I'm still ever so slightly more interested in this than Gotham Knights.
I was more interested in Gotham Knights until the reviews came out and the 30
but I am still out. Like. They need to win me over. Like right now, it's a pass for me, but we'll see.
I need to see actual gameplay. Like I need to see a HUD. I need to see people actually playing it, not just clips of Harley Quinn jumping off a shark and shooting people. Like I want to see the actual gameplay.
Yeah.
But Kevin Conroy, we miss you. We love you. The Last of Us Part 1 got its release date on Paisai coming out 3/3/23. This is going to be big. Oh. I take back what I said. This is going to be much bigger than Returnal. Because, and then you got to think, I'm going to guess 6 months after Part 2 gets ported as well. Although I
forgot that it hadn't already.
Yeah, but I also wonder if they're like, everybody hated it. Except Christopher Alto.
Not everybody hated it.
And Colin. I hate that freaking game. But I had it number 4 on my list that year. So yeah, I think that's going to be huge. I do wonder. So their biggest PC seller to date was God of War 2018. I wonder if this will be bigger, at least in terms of concurrent players.
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised.
Again, the mods. Like that's really all I care about these games coming on PC because I mean we've got a decent PC now, but I've got these games already. I don't need to try to play them on that,
right?
And they wouldn't be as good on this. I just want to see YouTube videos of what people do. That's what I want to see. Then we got a trailer for Star Wars Jedi Survivor. It is out March 17th. That also leaked. Cal's fighting with 2 lightsabers. Then he's got a lightsaber with a hilt. Did you notice something about the one with the hilt that's different from bitch-ass Kylo Ren.
It didn't seem like it was like the exhaust, like the. It looked
There was
more
a
just
very-
like.
But there was also very small detail you might not notice.
No,
I saw it real quick, and I only watched the trailer that one time. You hold it here. So here's the boom, boom. I did like how it was just boom, and then it was like boom.
Yeah.
This is great for the audio listeners. It almost looks like this. There is a small piece of metal under the hilt. So you don't, because the thing, like, obviously Kylo Ren's cutting his hand off. He swings that thing one time. He's going to cut his hand off. He's going to be Luke Skywalker. So now they took that to heart, and they put a little bit of there is actual hilt, so the blades won't cut off Cal's hand. What did you think about Star Wars Jedi Survivor?
I mean, I'm almost certainly in. I think over time I've kind of soured on the first one. I think I really liked it, but now that I haven't touched it in years, I'm like, was it really that good? And I think it was, other than all the sliding parts and whatever.
The Uncharted 4 parts, yeah. And the horrible map. I hated that friggin' map. Talk about bad maps in games.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm excited. I'm not like, I can't wait for it excited, but I'm almost certainly going to get it.
I was like that before I saw the trailer. And something about the trailer, I don't know if it's that now Cal's older, and I like
he just looked like a goober in the first one.
But now he's got a little bit of a beard. He's got scars and stuff. Yeah. But I liked when Cameron Monaghan came out on stage and he was. I was like, "Oh, you actually look like you know what you're doing with that thing." That sentence left out a couple of words. I'm actually really, and then when he's using the two lightsabers, because you couldn't do that in the first one, right?
I don't think so.
I think you just had one, but you could get different colors or something. I thought the first one was fine to good, 7 to an 8.
I think the first one, a lot of people want to say that it was a Soulsborne-esque game.
It was just really hard,
and it's not.
But the combat,
but I kind of hope this one is, and I don't think it will be. But I hope they like lean into that a little more. I'm not saying make it like crazy difficult.
Yeah.
But
for me, I loved the story of the first game. I thought the combat was not, and gameplay was not up to par. I never went back and got that platinum either.
Yeah, me neither.
And I thought I was going
to. I don't even think I'm anywhere close to it.
Cal with the small lightsaber energy. He's not compensating. Cal's awesome. But I'm hyped. And then he was riding like a walker or something. Like it was like a 2-legged walker, like a big mouser thing in Shredder's Revenge. He was riding something like that. And and it looks beautiful. It's current gen only. Thank God. Like, I'm so glad. Move on from the 1 and the 4. Move on.
Yeah.
And that was a theme through a lot of this in this show, and that made me happy. Then Earthblade was announced. This might have been announced already, but didn't have a window. But it's the next game from the creator of Celeste. There's actually combat in this. Apparently, they've said it's not a Metroidvania. They don't want to call it a Metroidvania, but it sure as hell looks like a Metroidvania. It's pixel art and all that. Cal, the small lightsaber energy. I got all the achievements in the first one. I was thinking about playing again on PlayStation, get the platinum. I won't play this again before the next one comes out. It was fine. It was good. But yeah, Earthblade coming in 2024. Also, you know what we didn't see in this? We haven't seen it since like the Future of Gaming or whatever thing for PlayStation. From Capcom. Can't remember the name of it. That space game that I thought was a Death Stranding game. Remember that? You're like floating and there's like a girl or something. What the hell was the name of that game?
I forgot all about that.
That game was shown like 2.5 years ago, and we have seen literally nothing since then.
Yeah, I do not remember.
It looked kind of cool, but we haven't seen anything since then. Then we got a reel of Dune Awakening. I haven't seen Dune. I don't care to see Dune. It seems way too snobby. It seems just like I never saw the first one. I never read the books. We've got like an RPG coming out. Now we've got this thing. I think it might be an MMO or something. I don't know. And then they announced, do you care about Dune? Did you see Dune from Denis Villeneuve?
No.
Then they announced the Forspoken demo. And then the game of the show was revealed. I want to get your thoughts on this. Death Stranding 2, DS2 was revealed. Very interestingly, the official name, when you look up the trailer on YouTube, it says Death Stranding 2 parentheses, working title. And that's on the Kojima Productions and the PlayStation page. Working title. So I don't know if they're just going to call it DS2. And they're like, Death Stranding is kind of a weird name. It also makes me think maybe this game doesn't really have anything to do anymore with the Death Stranding. I'm not going to spoil how the game ends. And Dune was boring. Thank you, Derek. I mean, I've never seen it, so I don't know if you're right or not. But I'm glad somebody agrees with my opinion based on something I've never seen. Look at my forearm. That looks good. Look at the shadow hitting that right there. Kratos. Triple H.
It's all this thing you've been doing.
Yeah, that one rep. I can make my boobs bounce. Remember that? Who said that? Somebody said that to Rocky. You're going to make your boobs bounce and talk all tough. Oh, it was CM Punk. It was CM Punk. He's like, yeah, I know, okay. Rocky. You're going to make your boobs bounce. You're going to do your catchphrase. Yeah. So in the trailer, we see old Norman Reedus. We see Fragile with a baby. A lot of people saying they think that's a fake out. There's some big casket being carried by this red army. There's an octopus in the BB pod at some point. Before that, in the BB pod, you see the also basic. Well, I won't. Anybody who wants to play this game has played it. They kind of spoil the first game in this trailer, if you know what you're looking for. In the BB pod, they've also got the crypto biotes. Do you remember what those are? They're the bugs that float in the air, and you can eat them to replenish your blood.
I don't think I got that far.
I don't think it was that far in. I know you only played 3 hours. There's a giant freaking flying Metal Gear. Also, somebody pointed. I watched like a rewind video on GameSpot, I think it was, and there's a certain point when it comes out of the water, it comes out of the oil or whatever, and then when it turns, it is like the exact same look as the Rex. Obviously, I know this is not Metal Gear. I cannot wait for Python Selkin to say it is, but it was just like an ode to his past. I thought it was really cool.
A link to his past.
Yes. Then at the end, there's a space guitar being played by somebody and then Troy Baker is playing a space guitar, singing BB's theme. He said, "So let love warm you." And then all the people, their heads turned to the exclamation points. Did you see that?
I didn't even notice.
I loved it. Fragile's hiding out underground with the baby. Not necessarily BB. People have noticed that her skin looks perfect. If you played the game, the reason she wears all her form-fitting Fragile Express uniform is because she had a run-in with Troy Baker Higgs years ago that she was trying to spy on him because she knows he's a bad guy. She got found out. They made her go out in the timefall, which ages you rapidly, so her skin was all wrinkled and like whatever. But it also could be maybe that was her a long time ago. Maybe she had a baby that died that we don't know about. Like, who knows? Reedus saying, "I'll always be with you," is the same thing that when BB in the first game when you get the flashbacks or the weird visions of BB looking through the pod at Mads Mikkelsen, Phil Mickelson's brother, he says many times to BB, I'll always be BB with you. So I thought that was cool. Drawbridge is the name of one of the companies. Kojima's been teasing. I can't slow down. Kojima's been teasing all these logos. Now we know the one of them that's like this is called Drawbridge. People are saying maybe is it like because Bridges was who Sam worked for. They've built all the bridges. They've connected America. Now there's drawbridges. Maybe it's a drawbridge to connect us to Europe or something. Like maybe this game doesn't actually take place in the U.S. I think that would be really friggin' cool. And their logo says drawbridge, both stick and rope to connect and protect together for tomorrow. It sounds like something Michael Scott would say, but it's Kojima, so I think it's genius. When they show old Norman Reedus walking outside, he and Fragile have the tears, which I'm like, okay, so that means they had the tears in the first game because they were allergic to chiralium. But I don't know if chiralium is still a threat based on how the game ends.
I thought he was in Star Wars.
Chiralium? Cal Kestis?
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Okay. There's the voiceover at the end. I can't tell who that was talking. I don't think the space guitar person is Higgs. It sure as hell looked like Amelie. The hair was not Troy Baker's hair. You know, I'm obsessed with hair in video games. That was Amelie's hair. And it looks like it's Amelie with her intestines and stuff. But I don't know if it's Amelie. But it was Troy Baker's voice. Kojima says there's a lot to look for and talk about in the trailer, so obviously we're going to get lots of freaking videos and everything about this. He did say, and this is not a joke, he rewrote the story for Death Stranding 2 because of the pandemic. He said he didn't want to predict the future again. Because he pretty much did. with Death Stranding. I mean, we don't have, but I mean, we didn't have a Death Stranding, but we had a friggin' pandemic where no one's going anywhere. Everybody's hunkered down. We need to reconnect after we, like.
But should we have reconnected?
Should we have connected? Nobody cares about DS2. Shut the hell up, James. This was the only thing people are talking about from this show. What did you, in all seriousness though, I don't think this is going to be, now Fragile does say to Sam, this is my crew, when the Metal Gear thing, the flying Metal Gear comes out. She says something like, meet my crew. And she's like, do you want to go for your next mission or something like that?
We got a package to deliver.
No, asshole. I don't think this is going to be.
I hope it's not.
I don't think it's going to be that.
I will say it looks like it's Kojima turned up to 11.
If he wasn't already with the first one.
It looks more interesting than the first one. But I'm holding out till I see some kind of gameplay. If it plays like a more typical video game,
yeah,
I might be interested.
Yeah.
But if it's more just walking simulator, then probably not.
I'm 100% in. And remember how I said when they first started talking about all these rumors, I was like, Death Stranding's perfect the way it is. Perfect ending. I'm not saying it's a perfect game, but it's self-contained, perfect story. Didn't need a sequel. They announced a sequel. I'm like, man, they don't need a sequel. I kind of want to see them do something new or do Metal Gear Solid 6 somehow. And then as time goes on, I'm like, yeah. After I played the director's cut, I was like, yeah, I want more of this world. And now seeing this, I'm like, frick, let's go, man. This looks so freaking good.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. Game of the show. Then we hit a little bit of a lull. Immortals of Avium was announced for 2023 from EA. It's described as a single-player magic shooter. It just looks like a first exactly. So like why do you even announce that game here? Like how much money did they have to pay Geoff Keighley to put that out? And everybody's like, what the hell is this? Sorry, I hit the microphone. Tekken 8 got a new trailer, no release date. I've never been a Tekken guy. Sorry guys. I'm just not. Street Fighter 6, I'm in. Tekken 8, don't care. Looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 is out August 2023. Don't care. Big thing to a lot of people. I know that, but not for me. Do you care?
Nope.
Wayfinder got a trailer. I don't even know what it is. I didn't even remember what it was. I just know it was announced. It's coming to PlayStation.
Wayfinder.
Some kind of like third person.
Was that the one that almost looked like a
game or
tactics kind of game or something? Or am I thinking?
No, that was something else that I think I didn't even write down because I didn't know. I was confused by it. Fire Emblem Engage got a DLC trailer. I don't know. I don't think that.
Oh, maybe was that the?
That's
maybe
definitely
was that the thing that
tactics
looked like maybe that's what I was thinking of.
You can play as Marth or whatever, and all the other 17 people that are in Smash Ultimate that are the exact same character. Don't care. Diablo 4 was confirmed. This already leaked for June 6, 2023. 4 days after Street Fighter 6. Derek, DS2, 2-day delivery. You guys, 2-day shipping from James. You guys suck. I don't remember. Did anybody beat the game besides me? Come on. I think James did. I think James beat it. So I don't know what he's talking about.
And he still doesn't like it.
So. No, you don't know that. He just likes to get under my skin. I can see him laughing through the internet right now. Derek, I hope you're laughing too. But yeah, Diablo 4 was confirmed for June. I wrote down, cool CGI trailer. Where the hell's the gameplay?
Yeah.
Now, I know they've done like preview events for this and stuff, so... But I want to see the gameplay in a... I want to see... I know it's going to be more Diablo.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much know what you're getting.
You walk up to somebody and hold X until they die. Yeah, I don't know. Then things started to pick up. Well, they didn't really. Horizon Forbidden West, it was announced, is getting Burning Shores DLC out April 19th, 2023. It is set in LA, which is now an archipelago, which I think is cool.
Is that
or an archipelago, sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what else is an archipelago?
Alaska.
What else is in Alaska?
The Aleutian Islands. Oh.
Thank you.
What do you
got
call
there.
it?
Okay. We don't even have to say it. Shadow Moses. Thank you. I think that was the first time I ever playing Metal Gear Solid 1. I think that was the first time I heard archipelago.
And you still don't know how to pronounce it.
Archipelago. Mar-a-Lago. It is only on PS5. I hate that for PS4 owners, but come on. See, James did beat it. Okay, good man. And you don't hate it, right, James? Sean's just being a butthead.
Hey, butthead.
It is only on PS5. Thank you. I like how they did for Horizon Zero Dawn. I almost said Forbidden Dawn. they did the Frozen Wilds. So what's the opposite of that? The Burning Shores.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of wild? The Burning Tame. I don't know. Are you going to play Horizon DLC?
I don't know. I was looking back through my platinums earlier, and when I platinumed Horizon the first time, I said...
And then the second time took 2 seconds.
I said, unbelievable game, definite game of the year contender, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if it's just the opposite. Well, I guess it's not the opposite of recency bias. It's recency bias. I'm so far away from it now that I'm like, meh. I'm just it just seems very forgettable to me. Like, I know when I finished it, I was like, that was amazing. But looking back, I'm just kind of like, meh. I don't know where it's going to be in my top 10. It'll be in my top 10 for sure. It might even be in the top 5, but I feel like that's just like by default almost. Like, I don't know where it really should be, but like, I don't see myself playing this.
James he thought it was good, but he's not excited for DS2 at all. That will change. I will make it change. Like, again,
it was fine, but I'm not ready.
I think it was fine.
I don't need more. Like, it was fine.
Yeah. I'll be excited when 3 comes out. I want to see where the story goes, but like, I think I like.
I'm looking forward to
Call
Call the Mountain or whatever. Call the Wild. What's it called? Call the Mountain. Call the Mountain.
Call the Frozen Wild Mountain. Call of the Frozen Mountain. Call of the Burning Frozen Mountain. Sure. But I'm not going to play this. Like, I bought the DLC, the Frozen Wilds, and when I went back and played Horizon Zero Dawn when it got the PS5 patch, it never got a PS5 version, but it got the 60 frames per second patch. I did New Game Plus, beat it again, loved it. I like it better than Forbidden West. Again, Colin saying that like Forbidden West is like leagues better than God of War. I'm like, we didn't play the same games, dude.
Yeah, I don't get.
But like, I bought the Frozen Wilds, played it for a little bit, stopped, and then when I beat Horizon Zero Dawn the second time, I was like, okay, now I'm going to do the Frozen Wilds. And again, as I've said many times on here, me and DLC just don't get along. Started it, and then I was like, nah, whatever. This is taking up too much space. I'm going to delete it. So.
Yeah.
But I do like that it's only on PS5. Blue Protocol is coming west in 2023 from both Bandai Namco in partnership with Amazon. It is an MMO action RPG. Current gen and PC only. Thank you. Don't care about this game at all.
No.
But again, current gen PC. That's how it should be. Remnant 2, the sequel to Remnant from the Ashes, was revealed. Never played Remnant from the Ashes. Not for me. People seem to be excited though, so I'm happy for people.
For the people.
The people.
The people.
Transformers Reactivate was revealed. It looks like it's a first-person game where you play as a Transformer.
I mean, it seems kind of cool.
That's what made me think of Titanfall 2 also. I was like,
oh, yeah.
I do want to download that and play it. Company Heroes 3 Console Edition is coming out in 2023. Current gen only. Again, thank you. Don't care, but thank you. Banishers, The Ghosts of New Eden is coming out late 2023 from Don't Nod and Focus Entertainment. I guess it's an action RPG. This is one where it's like just this dude talking to like this lady who turned out to be a ghost or something, and then at the end he just goes, whoa! Do you remember this?
Yes.
I don't even know what the game is, but okay. Meet Your Maker is out April 4th. I don't even know what that is.
One.
I did. Warhammer Space Marine 2 is coming 2023. Why are there so many Warhammer games, and why don't I know what the hell they are? What are they?
I have no idea.
It's going to be on Game Pass, I think. It's current gen and PC only. Again, thank you. Whether I care about them or not, let's all move on. Meet Your Maker is out April 4th. I don't even remember what that is. Do you?
I remember the title, but no, I don't remember anything about it.
Crash Team Rumble is coming in 2023. I blame Multiverses for this.
Yeah.
There is no way. Now, I've barely played Crash Bandicoot. So again, this is like me talking about how Dune sucks. So I'm talking from a complete place of ignorance here. There is no way there is enough characters in Crash that are interesting enough to make a Smash-style tag team fighter.
I feel like it would be the same thing as like doing it with Sonic. Like, it's a big name, but once you get away from
a
like
Sonic fighting game that was like Virtua Fighter, there was a 3D Sonic Fighter game. Yeah,
I don't remember that. But like, you could probably do Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Robotnik,
Rosie.
I guess. But then after that, it drops off quick. Yeah, there's a bunch of characters,
like the Chaotix characters. Yeah,
yeah, and that's
the
kind
big
of how
fat
this
purple
makes
bunny
me,
guy. Yeah,
yeah.
No, he's not a bunny. Is he a cat?
What is he?
What the hell? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like Robotnik put on a Halloween costume.
Right, yeah.
The Lords of the Fallen got another new trailer. I wrote down it still looks cool, but it's still not a FromSoft game, so I don't really think I care. I'm not trying to be a snob, but I'm like,
I'm interested.
I'm interested, but I'm like,
yeah.
If it said From Software, and then I'd
day
be
one.
like, okay, I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that here in a second. This was the most confusing part of the show because I thought it was a joke, and then I thought it was a different game. Crime Boss Rock Haze City was revealed coming out 2023. It looks like it's a first-person GTA kind of game. It is starring Michael Rooker, Michael Madsen, Danny Glover, Danny Trejo, Kim Basinger, God bless her, Chuck Norris, Vanilla Ice, among others. Current gen PC only. Again, thank you. When they were doing that, when Michael Madsen was up there talking with the two random security guys, I was like, "This. Can we stop with the act? Oh my God, how old is Al Pacino?" Also, I didn't talk about that with Chris Judge.
Yeah.
Like, I think somebody was saying, maybe it was in the Discord. I think it was somebody in the Discord. I can't remember anything. It was like, Al Pacino could walk down the street right now and no one would know it's Al Pacino. He looks so old. Hoo-ah! When they were showing this, I was like, are they doing like The Phantom Pain is really Metal Gear Solid 5? Are they doing like Crime Boss Rock Haze City is really GTA? Are they revealing GTA 6 right now is what I thought. What did you think about this?
I'm interested. I mean, it looks really
good point,
good.
James. There are enough Crash characters to have a kart racing game. Very good point.
Yeah. But I mean, there's
doesn't
also
mean they
like
should fight each other.
A Diddy Kong racing game. Like,
that's true. Okay, so Crime Boss Rock Haze City. Also, horrible name.
Yeah. I think it looks kind of cool. I dig the vibe. I don't know that I'll get it, but it's another one that I'm like, I'm interested in. I'm keeping an eye on. I like it so far.
To me, it just came out of nowhere. And I swear, when I saw it, I was like, I really did think, I was like, they're announcing GTA 6.
Yeah.
I thought they were pulling a Phantom Pain. But then it said it's published by 505 Games, not 2K or anything. So it's not. It's a real game. I mean, it is a real game, but like Chuck Norris is doing roundhouse kicks and stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm very intrigued. Behemoth was announced as coming to Oculus, but then PlayStation also confirmed it will be on PSVR 2. This was that weird VR game where you're like hooked onto a big Nordic like Yeti thing. I don't know, but it's cool. At least there's going to be games on PSVR 2. I'm glad I'm spending $600 and I don't have anything to play. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty got a new trailer. Still no date, but Idris Elba's in it.
Sons of Pain.
Ah, nice. I get it. I see what you're cooking.
See him doing that?
I see what you're cooking.
I don't care, but I like Idris Elba.
But now I will say that I'll say I'm getting more and more interested the further away we get away from this game and how much it pissed me off with how they screwed people over.
This is something, if I see it on sale for like 20, but like The Witcher, Witcher 3 way back when it was on sale for 20, but maybe like
I got it
$10.
for either 10 or 15.
And I'm
we
like,
get
all
the
right,
next gen update.
It's got to
free.
be worth it.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. And I didn't like it. That's kind of where I'm at with this. I'm sure everything's fixed and fine now.
Colin
anyway,
played through it on PS5 and he said it was one of the best games he's ever played, and it ran perfectly. So yeah,
I think it's one that if we're at a time where I've got nothing to play for a while, which I was going to say right now, but not really, because once PSVR 2, I'm never taking that thing off my head. But if I see this on sale
what
and
about
it's
when you gotta
good timing,
the cord's not that long.
I'll move the toilet.
Did Frank do that? No, somebody brought the TV.
He wanted to put a TV in the bathroom, and Marie's like, "You're not putting a TV in the bathroom." And then he's like, "Well, I'm putting a toilet in the living room."
That's what it is. Okay. But this is one of those games. I don't know that I'll buy the Game of the Year edition that comes out after this with the DLC and everything. This actually was on sale not that long ago for $10, and I should have just been like, I should have bought like I bought Red Dead 2.
Yeah, I feel like if I see it for $10, I'll just buy it and I'll play it when I get around to it. But
Armored Core 6, long rumored, finally revealed from Software, was revealed. It's coming 2023. It is coming on PS4 and Xbox One though. That sucks. I wish that was a next gen. I've never played Armored Core. I love From Software.
I've never played it. I don't even know what it is. Like,
it's a mech.
It's a mech
combat game.
Yeah, I don't know. I trust From.
Yeah,
but I'm also like, I don't know.
And it's not being directed by Miyazaki, but he is somehow involved in it. They said it's not just going to be a sci-fi Souls-like game, but boss battles are the highlight of the game. I got to see more. I can't just see a CG trailer.
right
to get excited. Like, I don't. So Cuse won the men's soccer against Indiana. Yep. Thanks, Dad. You're a little bit late there. About an hour late. Then they closed the show before the Game of the Year announcement with the Final Fantasy 16 Revenge trailer. It's out June 22nd, 2023. Not to mention, one thing not mentioned here, Tears of the Kingdom is out the last week of May.
Oh, crap. Yeah.
What the hell are they doing to us? Now, some of these could get delayed. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'll play Final Fantasy 16 in 2024. No, reports were coming out weeks ago that they're like, the game's basically done. We're just fine-tuning it from here on out. You can play it from beginning to end. We're doing bug checks, and we're just polishing the game. And I'm sure they're doing a lot of translating as well. They probably want it as many languages as they can.
Right.
What did you think of the trailer?
I'm going to get this game, but I'm still just kind of worried. Like, I don't love the Final Fantasy VII combat. It grew on me. The remake.
Yeah, no, I know.
I don't, even though it was my game of the year, I don't really like the Final Fantasy 15 combat. It just seems so like, attack that. It's like what we said about Diablo. It's like, attack that guy and just attack him until he's dead. And I don't know. I feel like they've taken a lot of the strategy out of it from like old school turn-based games.
That's why I'm excited, because I can't play turn-based games.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not expecting, I wouldn't want just a turn-based game. I like them. I love Dragon Quest, but like, I agree. I think Final Fantasy can move on, let other franchises just do turn-based. I'm fine with that. And I know it's way too early. Like, I'm not so worried that I'm considering not getting it. I'm getting this game day one, and it could be my game of the year for all I know. But I'm a little just worried. I don't know how I feel about, again, I'm sure everything will play out fine, but like, it seems weird with like the summons, the aeons, whatever you want to call them.
Said it's
apparently
almost
are like the center of the story.
It's almost like, somebody said it's almost like it's a kaiju game, or it looks like it's a kaiju game.
Yeah, I hope not.
Does the kid die? Because then
I
you
thought
see
he
the
died
kid later in the trailer.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
all will be revealed, but
I'm super stoked for it.
I'm stoked,
just not super stoked.
I'm a little stoked. I'm
not super. Damn it! And then that was the end of the show, except for the stupid what I wrote here, stupid InfoWars dipshit kid. This guy was like texting his buddy to be like, dude, watch this. And his buddy was like, oh my God. They were like on a Discord, somebody sent a screenshot. He's like, dude, he's up there right now. He's going to do this. I would like to, it's my turn.
Reform
Rabbi Bill Clinton. Thank you. And then as they go to the wide shot, you can tell they were like, this ain't right.
Yeah.
And then you can see all the suits coming from the right. I'm glad the guy was arrested. I saw you were tweeting somebody like, he's like, I don't think you can really get arrested for that. I'm like,
absolutely you can.
Of course you can. There doesn't have to be a sign up that says no trespassing on the stage. Like, I'm sure, I guarantee you in the fine print for every ticket that everybody got, or in the legalese or something that no one ever reads, it says, don't go on the effing stage if you're not a presenter.
Right.
We will arrest your ass.
Yeah.
Stupid ass kid. I wish they would have just tackled him. So what was the game show for you? For me, it's definitely Death Stranding 2, followed by Judas, I would say.
As far as new games,
and then probably Final Fantasy 16.
Well, yeah, that's if we're talking new games, like revealed, it's. I think Judas is way up there. Oh, it's Hades 2. For me, it's
that's
Hades
true.
2.
That's number 3 for me too. Yeah,
I would say Hades 2, Judas. There's one more. Oh, was the one we just. What was the third one? There's another. Oh, and Crime Boss. Those are probably my top 3.
Yeah. I don't care if nobody's excited for DS2. I'm excited. I will buy it day one. Kojima, I love you. So the winners, I won the predictions 11-10.
At least it was close.
It was close, but there were 32 awards. We didn't pick them all because of we
picked like 20, 25.
So the winners were, let me go to my document, which I edited. Innovation and accessibility went to God of War Ragnarok. We both picked Last of Us Part 1. Got that wrong. Best adaptation. This shocked me. It was Arcane League of Legends. We both picked Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Yeah, I thought for sure that would be Cyberpunk.
Most anticipated game. I should have gotten this right. I said Starfield. It was actually Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Sean got that right. I just picked Starfield just to be different. That was stupid. I would have won by 2. Not that any of this matters. There you go, Grizz. Best multiplayer game. Sean picked Modern Warfare 2. I picked Shredder's Revenge with my heart. It was actually Splatoon 3. Give me a freaking break. Fans can't vote on these awards anymore. Best sports racing game. I got it right. Gran Turismo 7. Sean said FIFA 23. Best sim strategy game. We both said Total War Warhammer 3, not knowing nothing about it. We both got it wrong. It was Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Best family game. We both got that wrong. I highlighted you in green, and I shouldn't have. You picked Switch Sports. I picked Skywalker Saga. It was actually Kirby. So really, I won 11-9. It doesn't matter. Best fighting game. Sean got this right with Multiverses. I picked DNF Duel just because it was a Arc System Works game, so I figured it would win. But no, I should have been like, no, fans are voting on this. Multiverses is the most accessible game of all these. It's going to be Multiverses. Yeah. I didn't think of it right. Best RPG. We both got it right. Elden Ring. Best action adventure game. We both got it right. God of War Ragnarok. Best action game was Bayonetta 3. We both got it wrong. Sean said Modern Warfare 2. I picked Neon White for some reason. Best VR game. We both got this wrong. Sean picked After the Fall. I picked Bone Lab.
What was that?
I don't know.
No, but what was the category?
Best VR or AR game.
Yeah.
It was Moss Book 2.
That made me happy. I should
happy
have gone with my heart on that one. I didn't think it would actually win.
Best mobile game. I think this was the one that was in the least doubt, and we both got it right. Marvel Snap.
Oh, yeah.
Best community support. Sean got it right with Final Fantasy 14. I got it wrong with No Man's Sky. Best debut indie game. We both got it right with Stray. Best indie game. We both got it right with Stray. Best ongoing game was Final Fantasy 14. Neither of us picked it. I don't know why. I picked Destiny 2. Sean picked Fortnite. We both effed up there.
Yeah.
Best performance. I got it right with Christopher Judge for God of War. Sean picked Ashley Birch. That was wrong. But I could have easily seen it because she won it for the first one, I think. Best audio design. We both picked Gran Turismo 7. We were both wrong. It was Ragnarok. I love Ragnarok. I don't know the audio design is so great in there. And I think we said that when we did the picks. Best score in music. I picked Metal Hellsinger. That was wrong. Sean picked Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Sean was wrong. It was actually God of War Ragnarok. Best art direction. Sean said God of War Ragnarok. He was wrong. I said Elden Ring. I was right. Best narrative. Sean said A Plague Tale Requiem. He was wrong. I said God of War Ragnarok. I was right. Best game direction. I said Elden Ring. I was right. Sean said God of War Ragnarok. He was wrong. Game of the year. We both got it right. Elden Ring.
I think they got it right.
I think they got it right. So God of War actually won the most awards with 6, but Elden Ring won 4, but they got the 2 big ones. Direction and Game of the Year.
And here's the thing, and I'll probably say this all again on our own Game of the Year episode. I think that's perfect because I think God of War looks better than Elden Ring. I think God of War, the voice acting is fantastic. I think the narrative is amazing. Like, God of War just checks off so many boxes that it does, right? And I think it's deserving of all those wins. But I think Elden Ring is just
special,
fun. It's different. It's special. Yeah, like, I get it. Like,
I agree.
It makes perfect sense to me.
So what were your predictions that you did last week for announcements and stuff?
None of them were right. I said
you didn't
Elden
get
Ring.
anything?
No, I said Elden Ring DLC. I said Final Fantasy 16 demo. And what was the third one? None of them were right. The third one was Elden Ring DLC, Final Fantasy. Oh, and Joseph Ferris' new game. Once he was going up there to announce Game of the Year, I'm like, well, he's not going to announce a new game now. He's not going to overshadow it.
Well, I thought he might go, but first, and then
I thought he might,
and then do the orchestra, and then do the award.
Yeah.
My prediction.
I thought Joseph Ferris was.
He did great.
Easy. Like, I thought I was going to nail that one.
I liked how he was talking when he was talking about the orchestra and stuff. He was like, the hair stands up on your leg.
I didn't like him.
At first, I was like, you just want the spotlight. Yeah, you're a jackass. But I think he's cool. My predictions, I won with 1.5 points. I said, first prediction, we get release dates for Final Fantasy 16 and Street Fighter 6. Bam. Next prediction, completely wrong. We get a teaser for Factions and a trailer for Spidey 2. Nope.
Nothing.
And then I said Kojima shows something, maybe for Overdose and Death Stranding 2. So I got a half point there. So 1.5 to 0. Winner. Chicken dinner. Overall thoughts on the show. I would say, I think we both predicted it would be. I think it was much better than Summer Game Fest. It was still
I don't know if I'd say
long.
much better. It was still way too long.
Even though he said they were going to shorten it. I'm like, God almighty, how long? Was it 4 hours last year? Like,
yeah, it was fine. It was whelming, I would say.
I wasn't overwhelmed, no.
I wasn't underwhelmed. It's what I expected. I wasn't expecting much, and I didn't get much. Like, fine. I don't think all of the big... I would say Hades 2 was like the only like, whoa, like came out of nowhere announcements. Death Stranding 2, I don't really care about, and I think we all kind of saw it coming anyway. Like, there was no big...
Well, finally seeing Ken Levine's game too, though. Seeing Judas was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It was fine.
To me, I think the big reveals were better than the quote-unquote big reveals at Summer Game Fest, is what I would say.
I think all in all, they probably were. Yeah.
Also, I just think it's funny. There were no Xbox announcements. Xbox was not nominated for anything. They did not win anything.
They didn't put anything out.
They had no presence except Phil sitting in the audience looking very annoyed that the camera was on him. I wonder why that was. We'll talk about it here in a second. And just as a reminder, he said in June, the games we're showing you will come out in the next 12 months. 3 of those games were Redfall, Starfield, and the next Forza game. Do you think there's any chance in hell Starfield is coming out before June? No. It's coming out in November at the earliest. I won't be surprised if it's a 2024
The other
game.
two might. Starfield's.
I think Redfall will. I don't think Forza will. I think they're going to hit 33% of those games.
Maybe.
Good batting average in baseball, not good when you have no games.
Yeah.
Also, Hellblade 2. What the hell Blade happened to that game?
Oh, yeah.
Remember, I had a prediction. One of my Summer Game Fest things was that Hellblade 2 is going to come out this year because everything else got delayed. We haven't even seen it this year, I don't think.
Yeah, I forgot all about it.
Last item on the news list. I don't know why I just closed that. That was the wrong thing to do. The FTC has officially sued Xbox. So everybody that was a brilliant lawyer and said the deal's going through, the FTC won't sue, it's fine, they're doing concessions, it's all going to be okay, they won't get sued, there's no antitrust, blah, blah, blah. Stick to your day job. From VGC. An official statement made by the FTC alleges that the deal would not only give Microsoft an upper hand in the console market, but also in other areas such as subscription gaming and cloud gaming. It claims that the $69 billion deal, Microsoft's largest ever, and the largest ever in the video gaming industry, I like that, the video gaming industry, you can tell these people love games, would enable, hey gamers, would enable Microsoft to suppress competitors to its Xbox gaming console and its rapidly growing subscription content and cloud gaming business, end quote. According to the FTC, the complaint cites previous examples of Microsoft acquiring other valuable gaming content and using it to suppress competition for rivals, pointing out its acquisition of ZeniMax, parent company of Bethesda, as a notable example. Microsoft Vice Chair and President Brad Smith has released a statement. Quote, we continue to believe that this deal will expand competition and create more opportunities for gamers and game developers. We have been committed since day one. I love how that's capitalized. Like, dawn of a new day. To addressing competition concerns, including by offering earlier this week proposed concessions to the FTC. While we believed in giving peace a chance, we have complete confidence in our case and welcome the opportunity to present our case in court. Could you be more dramatic? We tried peace, but now we're going to you up, FTC. The FTC statement claims, quote, Microsoft decided to make several of Bethesda's titles, including Starfield and Redfall, Microsoft exclusives, despite assurances it had given to European antitrust authorities that it had no incentive to withhold games from rival consoles. The FTC complaints like this when it has reason to believe the law is being violated and the legal proceedings would be in the public interest. The allegations will now be tried in a formal court. Blah, blah, blah. That's my Microsoft. There's one more thing I want to read here, which I think is hilarious. Where is it?
Xbox always follows through.
Wait, where was that?
Fourth paragraph from the bottom.
1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. I'll talk about that in a second. However, Xbox head Phil Spencer has also claimed this week that Sony is showing little willingness to come to the table in a bid to reach an agreement over the proposed deal. I hate that Colin said what he said because I was like, damn it, you stole the words out of my mouth and now people are going to think I'm copying you. I hate it. He said it on the podcast this weekend. Speaking to Bloomberg, Phil Spencer said, quote, "From where we sit, it's clear that they're spending more time with the regulators than they are with us to try and get this deal done. Our intent is to become more relevant on more screens. We have a pretty good idea of how to build a win-win relationship with Nintendo and, frankly, Sony." Sony is supposed to help you complete the biggest acquisition in video games history. What? They're supposed to help their rival spend $70 billion to own Activision. Why would they?
Yeah.
That's like saying if GM tried to buy Toyota, and Ford is raising a stink because they're like, you can't do this. They already have GMC and they have Chevy and all this, and now you're going to give them Toyota and they have this many cars and it's going to cut into our business or whatever. Would GM say,
why isn't
come
Ford
on,
helping
Ford,
us?
help us out?
Yeah.
No. That is this guy's a snake oil salesman. I've been saying it for a long time, and it's all coming to bear. This is one of the dumbest things he's ever said. I just have to say that. Also, before this happened, there was news that Microsoft signed a 10-year agreement to put Call of Duty on Switch.
Running at 10 frames a second.
I was going to say, they're either going to be cloud games, which run like crap on Switch, or they're going to be on the Switch Pro, and they're just probably starting to develop that now, so they won't even come out for 3 or 4 years. So your deal's actually 6 or 7 years by the time these stupid games come out.
Yeah.
They did pledge to keep Call of Duty on Steam. Gabe Newell said, "Thanks, Microsoft, but Phil always stands by his word, so we don't need to sign anything to know that we're going to keep Call of Duty on Steam." Okay. Also, Valve's probably like, we don't freaking care. I'm print money.
Yeah.
What do I care if we got Call of Duty or not? Phil also said that PlayStation wants to grow by, quote, making Xbox smaller. Huh? Well, how do you get that? I am so sick of Phil Spencer. I was on his train for a long time when he took over Xbox at the worst time they've ever had after the whole cable and games, and Sony was like, here's how you share games. You know, the DRM stuff, all this on the Xbox One, that horrible launch. You have to have the Kinect. He did a great job. Over the last few years, I've been saying on here many times that I think he's full of shit. And I do think he's full of shit. How Sony is wanting to make Xbox smaller by not Sony wants to make great games, period. That's how they beat Xbox, is by making God of War and Horizon and Gran Turismo and Uncharted and Last of Us, no matter what you think about the last, all these, Ratchet and Clank, these great games that Xbox can't match because, first off, they don't even put out games. That's how they want to beat Xbox, not by making them smaller. You're freaking Microsoft.
Yeah.
You're the biggest tech company in the world. Shut up, Phil. Thoughts on the FTC actually... Oh, and also, this means there's almost... Bye, James. There's almost no way this deal is going to get done by June, which means if it's not done, I think it's by the end of June, then that's when I think the kicker kicks in that Xbox has to pay Activision $3 billion.
And they can find that in their couch cushions.
Yes, they made that while I've been talking about this.
Yeah.
I do agree with one thing, though. On the other side, Chris Reagan has said this, and I do agree with this. Activision clearly wants to be bought. If it's not Microsoft, it's going to be Tencent. That will suck. I would much rather have Microsoft have them than Tencent and the Chinese government and all this, because then good luck. Let's see what Call of Duty is going to be like when Tencent owns it. Thoughts on the FTC suing them?
I mean, I think you said it all. I'm just kind of sick of hearing about it. Again, I just don't really
now we're going to be
care.
hearing about it for the next year.
Yeah. I really don't care. I don't care if Xbox gets these games. I think Twitter is constantly up in arms saying, oh, Sony can do it, but Xbox can't. I'm like, no, that's not what Sony's doing. Like,
and I'm not
Sony
just
buys
being a
these
Sony
small
pony.
companies who end up making good games. They don't wait for them to make the good games and then go and pay tens of billions of dollars to buy them.
And even when they did,
They build them from the ground up. It's completely different.
Like even with Insomniac, they had a very close second-party relationship with them. Insomniac made one game of note for Microsoft, and that was, oh my God, now I can't think of it. Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
They've been partnered with Sony forever, making Ratchet and Clank and everything. Then Spider-Man comes out, and they're like, okay, let's put a ring on it. That's one time when they've done that. You want to know how much they paid for them? $229 million, not $68.7 billion.
Steal.
And it is the steal of the century when it comes to dollars in, dollars out, I would guess.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, that's it. We've been going for a while. Let's get to the wrap up. Sean did not get his prediction about Elden Ring DLC right. However, the day before the Game Awards, which, damn you, Jason Schreier. I know he said, I'm not reporting anything, but it got my hopes up. Elden Ring got a free update that introduces the Coliseum. There are 3 arenas in Limgrave, Caelid, and Leyendell where you can have duels, free-for-alls, and team battles. I think this is cool, but...
Is this only PvP? That's what I still don't know.
So you can go one-on-one. You can have like a deathmatch thing where you keep respawning and whoever gets the most kills
But
wins.
it's all PvP.
But there's the team battle. So that might be fun. I don't know if that's... I think that is still PvP.
Yeah.
Like 4 versus 4 people.
I'm not opposed to this, but like... If I'm going to go in and fight other people that probably have never put this game down, it's going to take me months.
Yeah.
Not months. It'll take me several hours just to get the controls, like, to get back into the game. But I know I would just get smoked if I do this. I want more single-player content, and I'll dive right back in.
It is funny. Now, when I was looking at my trophies, I know the last time I played this game was May 20th. That's when I got the platinum. So I haven't played this game in over 6 months. I can't do this.
Yeah.
Now, if they do a DLC with like one more boss, like one more, legacy castle, whatever, I'm in. But I can't do this. But I'm glad it's there, and I'm glad it's free.
New England just got a fumble touchdown, so I think I'm done.
It's over. That's 8 points. Yeah.
Yep.
NPD results, because this was a busy week. I'm not going to go into them in details. But Modern Warfare 2 did overtake Elden Ring as the best-selling game for 2022 in the U.S. Oh well.
I mean,
a lot of people were predicting Elden Ring could hold them off, but I mean. Call of Duty is Call of Duty. And when you put the name Modern Warfare 2 on it, it's going to be tough to beat. So for November, Modern Warfare 2 was number 1. God of War Ragnarok debuted at number 2. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet debuted at number 3. Number 4, Sonic Frontiers. Number 5, Madden 23. Number 6, FIFA 23. Number 7, NBA 23. Number 8, Gotham Knights holding on. Number 9, Miles Morales, probably because it came to PC. And then number 10, randomly, Mario Party Superstars.
Interesting.
I wonder if that got some update that I just missed. I just wonder what made that spike.
Yeah, that's
to get
odd.
in the top 10. I don't think that's been in the top 10 since it came out. PS5 was the number 1 console sold in the U.S. Again, ahead of the Switch, both in units and dollars sold. And Xbox was third. GTA Online is getting an update on December 13th. Wait, what day is it? Yeah, tomorrow, as we're recording this, December 13th, which will bring ray tracing to current gen. They're also doing the Los Santos Drug Wars. Why does GTA Online not get... I just thought of that. Not get nominated for the community support thing. This game's been out for 9 years, GTA Online.
Yeah, that's true.
On 3 generations. It was confirmed that Moss and Moss Book 2 are being ported to PSVR 2, and they will be out in February. I think you can get the bundle with both games for $40.
Worth it.
I'm in.
Moss is a very gettable platinum, too.
Yeah. Well, I assume
2 is also.
River City Girls 2 is out December 15th. There was a free trial for this, and I missed it on Switch. I wanted to play it because Colin raves that like the first River City Girls was an awesome beat 'em up, but I never played it. I just, and it's like the from the guys that did the Super Dodgeball games and River City Ransom. Obviously, it's that, but yeah. Final Fantasy 1 through 6 pixel remasters have been rated for the Switch and PS4 finally. So they're coming soon. All they are is mobile and Steam right now. I kind of would like to try 6 again, but I don't know.
That might be, like, I've only ever played it on my phone.
I've only played it on Vita.
Which, it is a turn-based game. Like,
so
it should play fine, but, like, I've just never... I think if I actually could play it on PlayStation, maybe I'd get through it. It's so many people's, like, favorite game of all time, or at least favorite Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
I think I need to give it a shot and actually beat it. So I may pick that up.
Especially if they're only like $10. I don't know how much they cost, but I think they're like $10 or something on Steam. So I would assume it'd be the same.
Right.
The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Wave 3 DLC is available now, so that's cool. Sky, Children of Light is finally out on PlayStation from that game company, the company that made Flower and Journey. I don't know why they put this game out on mobile first.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because of that, I kind of don't even want to play it, but I'm like, man, Journey was like one of a kind, but I don't know. We'll see. And last, Kareem, I'm going to screw this name up, Etney or Atowney, who is the co-founder and I believe art director of Media Molecule, has left. I think he was not having his dreams fulfilled. That was good. I just thought of it on the spot. I was like, something with dreams. Maybe his dreams were crushed. I probably could have done better than
you probably could have done better.
But that's what happens when you think of a joke on the spot.
He's chasing his dreams.
Damn it, that's so much easier and better. Somewhere else, he's chasing his dreams. Long episode. That's it for this episode of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. Thank you to everybody for being here. We hope you enjoyed the Game Awards. We'll be back next week. But until that time, Sean, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.